Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today, let's talk about the facing operation inside an XCAM call. Let's get right into it. Before starting the video, if you are new on my channel, so make sure to subscribe to the channel to be a part of the conversation. Thank you. So, for the facing operation, as you must probably know, you must have the additional material to the stock. On top of that, so we're going to generate a simple program for that. So if you look at this program, or find the toolpath 3D dynamic, and I'm just going to play it. See, just increase the speed right now, and this is what actually I'm getting the final product at the end. When I just double click on the face milling operation, so this time if you click on here, we have the follow path, and then you can either select the jig-jag and then generate the program. So in this case, you might get a bit of different results compared to the first one. You just slow down the speed, replay, 3D dynamic, see? So this is how we will be looking at different strategies, and depending on your mindset, right, the way you want to set up a program, it totally depends upon you to go for the specific operation. So internally it depends on you what strategy actually you follow, and it depends on the experience of a programmer. So let me just delete this program for now. And right now, first thing which comes in mind is just to set up the MCS. You can just put it up somewhere here, in this corner, anywhere. You can just put it. I just put it on somewhere here. So you must be upward. You can just deal with the X and Y axis, and I want to hit OK. The next thing is just to define the workspace and specify the path. Click on the path, then define the bounding block, and at the upper Z, as you can see over here, F, you have to add 2 mm of material in the Z positive direction, and I want to hit OK, and I want to hit OK, and I want to click on the create operation, and then face milling with boundaries. And program tool, I want to click on this tool, geometry workpiece, and mill finish. I don't want to create any reroughing operation for this part, and I just want to finish it up at once. And jig-jag, and in jig-jag I want to select, but specify the face boundaries, and I want to select this is my face. And right now tool I selected, mill finish, jig-jag, and I'll just simply create to generate, right? But the first one, if you look at the tool and edit display, so I think it's better for me. The tool, as you can see over here, it's probably well for me, and it just finished it up. You can decrease the person tool step over, and then you just want to create and then go for the verify. Click on 3D dynamic, slow down your speed a bit so that you can see it properly. See? So this is why I just skipped the top of the blank was 2 mm. You can either increase it up to 4 mm. But once you make certain changes, then you have to click on the program and generate the toolpath again. Verify the toolpath. I want to click on this, and if you just want to add in, you can click on the tool view, generic machine, edit. You can add machine as well. I want to hit OK, edit, and library. You can retry. This is the milling and 3-axis mill. I just want to add into my program and select the part. I just want to hold the whole part on the machine, and I want to hit OK. And let me just cancel it out for now, and I want to hit OK. So this is the part. I just load on machine, as you can see over here. And right now, when I just simulate machine, and let me just slow down the speed so that you can see it properly. Increase the speed right now. See? So this is how it really simple follow, right? By the way, there is no complexity, nothing like something that you cannot do, right? So And let me just click on this and on the remove machine, and then click on this, and you have to click on the trigonometry. So this is how you can do lots of things inside the NX by creating the different kinds of programs to load a machine to do real-time manufacturing. Thanks for watching.